I still walk down there at 4. Gravel shifts beneath my boots. Gravel shifts beneath my boots. Sun leans west again. I check that box like it's the truth. I ain't learned yet when. The mailbox without letters still knows my name, holds on to empty better than it ever held the same. Used to hear that metal knock like it meant something more. Now the road don't ever stop, but nothing comes to the door. Broke out letters, still waiting. Hope's a habit hard to break, even when it's wrong. Some doors stay closed just 'cause they've been closed so long. I don't know why I still check. Guess I always will. The mailbox without letters don't owe me truth. It just stands out by the roadside like I do. Flag stays down. Moonlight leans on the window frame like it's tired of standing tall. Pillow holds the shape of you, though you ain't here at all. House breathes slow. So do I. Quiet lullabies for one hum beneath my breath, singing me to sleep tonight with what I got left. Clock forgets to mark the hours. Walls don't answer when I pray. Mama used to sing me safe when the world was loud and mean. Now I borrow broken tunes from the ghost of what's been. me through the night. If I don't wake up whole again, at least I'll rest a while. When the song runs out of words, I'll hum the spaces in between. Fancy leans where it always did, but there ain't nobody on the ridge. Even the crows just circle and quit today. There's a silence in the empty field, says more than words ever could feel. Everything lost, everything healed here. He used to hear his tractor hum, morning broke before the sun. Now the day just comes undone alone. Hard work don't make a sound when nobody's around. Silence in the empty field knows what's broken, knows what's real. I stand still, let it see me in. I yell my name across the land, heard it die right where I stand. Guess some prayers don't need a hand to fall. Shadows stretch like they remember better days from last September. I breathe slow, pretend it's tender again. Not a sound, but I can hear all the love that disappeared. Just me in the field. Evening settles on the yard. The lights stay low and doors stay shut. I hear the rain come down real hard, but I don't hear you coming up. Rain without footsteps, pouring all night. Everything's moving, but not a soul inside. Porch light hums like it's tired, keeps hoping I'm wrong. I lean against the door frame, counting seconds gone. dry the ground, not this room. The rain keeps falling, alone. Nothing moves, not even time. In the stillness of these cotton lines, sun stuck high, won't lean away. White rose hum but got no say. Count my steps between the rows, dust and boots, sweat and bone. Used to hear a laugh out here, now even echoes won't come home. I talk to God in broken shade. He listens like the fields do. There's a stillness in the cotton fields, heavy as an unspoken prayer. Every mile feels farther now when there's nobody standing there. Wind lays down, won't stir a thing. Even crows forgot to sing. Noon don't end, night don't start. Time just leans against my heart. Mama said the land remembers every hand that worked it through. If that's true, then tell me why it don't remember you. There's a stillness in the cotton fields where your voice don't reach me now. Sun's still high, road's still wide. I'm still here. That porch light's still burning. Don't know who it's for. Screen door hums with a tired sound. Moths keep circling that same old round. I left the light on out of habit, like hope's a thing I haven't quit. Night don't knock, it just stays. The lonely porch light low says come back to nobody I know. Your boots ain't by the wall no more. Wind slips in through the open door. That bulb's been changed 3 times since June, still shining like you're walking soon. Porch light glows even when love don't show. I tell myself it's just a light, Not a prayer hanging in the night, but every car that passes slow feels like a promise I don't know. That lonely porch light and glow keeps time with a heart that won't let go. Dawn comes quiet, same as you. Switch flips off like I should too. If you ever need a sign to come home, you know the light, you know the glow. Evening leans on weathered wire, rust still warm from daylight's fire. No footsteps on the other side, just shadows stretching side by side. I learned how long a man can stand without a word, without a hand. Fence post counting all my years, holding up unspoken fears. I called your name into the wind, and never crossed that line again. Your shape in gray, and takes your ghost and walks away. I trace the board you never crossed, like love's a game already lost. In the shadows of a lonely fence, I wait where nothing makes much sense. Half my heart's on borrowed ground, the other half won't turn around. They say fences keep things safe, but this one taught me how to hate. I guarded hope like it was gold, watched it weather bend grow. Learned how quiet time can be when no one's missing you but me. In the shadows of a lonely fence, I stand where leaving never went. Some lines aren't crossed or torn or bent, they just stay there permanent. Evening leaves, and so do I. You still holding on to dawn, like it's scared to leave. I'm standing where the grass bends low, saying words I don't speak. Silent prayers in the meadow, laid down in the green. I don't ask for miracles, just something in between. Hands in pockets, head bowed low, sky wide as my doubt. Every hope I couldn't say is the one I'm thinking about. Used to run here barefoot young, thought the world would bend. Now I leave my questions here and don't ask when. Silent prayers in the middle, no echo, no sign. Just a wind knowing my name and this heart of mine. Maybe heaven hears us best when we don't demand. Maybe faith's just standing still with your heart in your hands. Silent prayers in the middle, set free, not sin. If peace comes slow like morning light, I'll take what it meant. Grass keeps swaying like it understays. Leaves fall quiet on the window, like they're afraid to wake at night. I pull that old quilt off the rocker. It still remembers how to fight the cold. Every stitch got a story, every color saying your name. The lonely quilt of autumn covers more than skin and bone. It holds a weight of empty rooms and a love that won't come home. Your side's colder than the floorboards, even October knows. Mama sewed that quilt in daylight when laughter filled the hall. Now it's patched with late night silence and the sound of the wind against the wall. I folded wrong, I always do, since you've been gone. The lonely quilt of autumn ain't heavy till you try to sleep. It don't warm the heart it covers, just the memories it keeps. is just a memory. Then I'm wrapped in yesterday. I trade every stitch of comfort for one more word you didn't say. Sunrise don't reach the bedroom, stops right at the door. Guess even light knows better than to promise more. The lonely quilt of autumn falls on me when I turn around. Guess it's tired of covering someone you ain't found. I leave the quilt on the old chair, let winter take its turn. River's running lower now, Boards Creek where I stand, rusted nails remember every trembling hand. Folks say time will carry you where your courage won't. That bridge nobody crossed still knows my name. Halfway was as far as I ever came. I waved at all the chances drifting down the stream, turned back before the other side. Felt like a dream. Daddy said, son, you'll know when the moment's right. I watched the lantern flicker, fade into the night. Footprints stop in weathered wood, no mark on the far bank. I learned how to look brave, never learned how to think. The bridge nobody crossed still stands alone. I kept one foot on yesterday, one foot close to home. Maybe some roads ain't broken, just waiting on a step. Or maybe I mistook fear for trying my best. River don't judge, it just moves on. That bridge nobody crossed ain't falling down. It's just a place I never left behind. Water keeps talking, I stay still. silent roof. Keep saying what I can. Every drop's a memory that don't need a second chance. Coffee's cold in a chip white cup. Your chair still faces mine. I talk like you're still listening to pass the time. Walls are thin when you're alone. Even clocks sound rude. This house don't echo love no more, just truth. I'll wait for the rain to lie. Rain on a silent baby. Rain on a silent roof tells me I've been wrong. I thought quiet meant peace. Turns out it just means gone. If I could fix what weather breaks, I'd start with us. But some storms don't ask permission. They just rush. Porch light flickers like it's tired, same as me tonight. Even shadows packed their bags and left no sign. I hear the roof before I sleep. Count the drops, not sheep. Rain on a silent roof keeps secrets I can keep. Still quiet. Doors hang open, wind just wander through the cracks it knows. It don't smell like summer now, it smells like old. The barn without a song don't echo anymore. All the laughter, all the day slipped out the door. Used to hear your boots on wood, counting time and tune. Now even my own footsteps get lost too soon. I stand and wait. The barn without a song knows how quiet feels. It don't hum, it don't remember what it used to hear. Maybe music needs a heart to come alive. Maybe silence is what's left when love walks by. Moonlight paints the rafters white like ghosts of sound. Where I hear you singing once, then it dies back down. There's a barn without a song, still standing tall. If I sing real low inside, it might hear me after all. No song left, just a bond. Just a bond. Clouds move on without asking where I've been or where I'm bound. Birds still find their way home. I just listen to the sound. It's a sky without my song. I tried singing to the daylight, tried humming through the rain. Every note just fell right back, like it never knew my name. Maybe some voices ain't meant to rise that high. The sky without my song still stretches wide and blue. It don't miss what I don't give, it just keeps on being true. Remember when the echo used to answer back my call. Now the heavens keep on listening, but they don't reply at all. Wide enough for every dream, except the ones I lose. The sky don't need my singing to know which way to move. If silence is a kind of prayer, then I've been praying long. Guess the sky's already full of someone else's song. The sky without my song. Goes down, I don't say a word. Night came in through the window scene. Cold found its way inside. I folded up what we used to share and laid it by my side. Your corner stayed just the same, like it knew your name. I didn't move. Every stitch got a memory from summer's tears and prayer, hands that warmed a tired heart. Ain't reaching anymore. The quilt that covered one used to hold us two still smell like yesterday, still feel like you. Some warmth don't chase the cold away, just remind you how it was. I wrap myself in what remains of love that once was us. The quilt that covered one knows the truth. The quilt that covered one ain't lonely by design. It's just learning how to stay on only one side of the line. Some things still keep you warm, even when you're alone. They all pack dreams in cardboard boxes and tie their hopes to a tailgate chain. Watch the headlights swallow the night, while I stood in the same old place. I waved goodbye to every plan that ever passed me by. Porch light humming like it's tired, crickets filling up the dark. Every promise said I'll be back turned into a broken mark. I was the dust that stayed behind when the road called out their name. I didn't chase the leaving lights, I just learned to love the rain. Old boots by the doorway waiting for miles they'll never know. Some folks ride the wind to freedom, some learn how to let it go. Still I stay. Not every loss is loud and wild, some fade quiet, slow, like tire tracks in morning light, washed away but known. I was the dust that stayed behind, settled deep in borrowed time. Roads were built for moving on, but this heart learned how to bind. When the last car disappeared and silence took its place, there was dust upon the road, and me still here to face. I still walk down there at 4. Gravel shifts beneath my boots. Gravel shifts beneath my boots. The sun leans west again. I check that box like it's the truth. I ain't learned yet when. Mailbox without letters still knows my name, holds on to empty better than it ever held the same. Used to hear that metal knock like it meant something more. Now the road don't ever stop, but nothing comes to the door. Without letters, still waiting. Hope's a habit hard to break. Even when it's wrong, some doors stay closed just 'cause they've been closed so long. I don't know why I still check. Guess I always will. The mailbox without letters don't owe me truth. It just stands out by the roadside like I do. Stays down. Flag stays down. Evening leaned against the door like it forgot to leave. I swept the floor one time, two more, but things I couldn't see. Clock kept counting on its time while I could lie still. Thought I would draw a clean line, it never did, it never will. Shadows that stay too long learn the shape of me. What I did or what went wrong won't ever leave. The stretch when the light is gone and I'm still here. Shadows that stay too long feel too near. Pain don't knock, it settles in like dust on every shelf. Worst part ain't where it's been, it's how it knows me well. Broken on, stay too long, still here, stay too long, still here, still here. Hair still warm from nothing now. Light leans tight on the wall. Dust floats slow like it's thinking about the sound you used to call. The room that sat alone knows my name. Floorboards talk when I don't. Every step's a memory. Even clocks hold their breath, like they're scared to wake me. I listen. Maybe walls remember more than the hearts that move away. Every night they breathe me in, then let me fade by day. The room that sat alone carries what I can't outrun. Every echo's learning me how to live with only one. Dawn arrives without a knock, finds me sitting just the same. The room exhales, I stay. wind carried nothing, not your name, not a sound. I learned how silence feels when it finally settles down. Fence posts lean like they're tired of holding up the land. I stood there waiting for a sign with empty hands. I used to hear your laughter in every bend of the trees. Now the air just passes through me like it don't see me. I listen hard for you. When the wind carried nothing, I stopped calling out your name. Even echoes get tired of playing the same game. Maybe love's just borrowed, like dust on an open road. The wind takes what it wants and leaves what can't be sold. I let my questions go. Some answers ain't meant to come, they're meant to blow. Clock says 3, then 3 again. Coffee cold, same old pen. I write your name, erase it then. Stare. It's the night that wouldn't end. Keeps on breaking me in bed. Every thought I try to mend comes back. Sunset bled into the floor. Said I'd be fine, locked the door. Now I can't tell what I'm for. Alone. When the dark won't move, you don't either. The night that wouldn't end feels like losing every friend. Even prayers just hit and bend away. if it was near. He laughed in quiet, stayed unclear. Guess hope don't run on fear or me. Sky turns gray but not alive. I'm still stuck in 5:30, learning how to just survive. Yeah. No relief, no clean break, just a heart that won't stay awake the night that wouldn't end is mine. Still dark